People be like.
Sorry, I farted.
Hey everyone, how you doing tonight? Today we're bumming this beautiful world. Welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday. It comes so quick. Every Tuesday it's like bam, bam. So far we got Mr. Bumpy here, and thanks for being on the panel, Bumpy. Bumpyisms. Cheers, dude. If anyone else wants to join us, more than happy. Just bring the components, bring the beer and the cheese. We're more than happy to have you up here. So, yeah, and cheers to Kettleheads. Cheers, man. Let's cut the cheese. Oh, yeah. Cheers to everyone else that comes on up into the chat and all that. So we're going to go ahead and start it off with, as we usually do, just show and tell. And then we'll do the reviews after all that. All right. So the first one up and the only one up, besides myself, is Bumpy. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers. All right. Well, the cheese I'm bringing is this one. Red apple cheese. This is a smoked mozzarella, naturally cold smoked with apples and hardwood. Comes from Wisconsin. Trying to figure out how to open the packaging right now. Gives you those little corners, and then it's like really hard to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see an opening on this side. Hold on. Come on. The impossible cheese to open. All right, I got a knife.
That works. It's got a nice aging.
Thought it was going to be easy. Jeez, I'm crow.
They really packed it.
Oh, my God. Okay. Anyways, I'll get to the damn cheese afterwards. The beer that I'm bringing, this comes from Rockingham Brewing Company. They're out of Londonderry, New Hampshire. Or no, maybe it's just Derry, New Hampshire. Okay, just Derry, New Hampshire. And this one's called Hogmanay.
Oh, nice.
Scotch ale.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. It says this wee festive Scottish ale boasts a caramel maltness and soft mouthfeel and is named for the traditional Scottish New Year celebration when residents take to the streets swinging balls of fire around their heads. But it is perfect for summer campfires as well. All right. Wow. Comes in at a whopping 4.7% ABV.
Whoa.
I don't need anything heavy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give it a pour. All right. It's got kind of a, I don't even know what color to call that head. It's kind of a white head, but little kind of slight yellowish, tannish kind of hue to it. It's kind of a sudsy head, going to probably break down. The color of the beer itself, I would say, is kind of copper-esque, amber copper, right around there. My lighting is once again not doing me any justice with getting actual. I need lighting behind the damn beer. There we go.
There you are. And Bumpy's face.
All right. Now it'll be blurry for the rest of the night. Cheers.
All right. Cheers, dude. All right. Cool, man. 4.2. They look good, too. Damn, that had a nice color to it. They look good. Look clean. All right. So I'm going a little different. I've never done this with this cheese. So paid $3.50 for this bottle. It's from North Coast Brewing Company. The Prankster Belgian Golden Ale is the beer, 7.6%, and brewed in Fort Bragg, California, Northern Cal. Haven't had this one in a while. It's been a long time. So let's open this up. Love that thing. All right. Let's pour it into the same similar glass as Bumpy. I'm going to have Dirty Glass Mafia because I didn't polish this. Didn't have time. Burley, cheers, man. Cheers, you and Kettleheads. All right. Good to see you guys. All right, let me give it a little tappy tap. Get all that nasty down. Yeah, kind of got a bit of a hazy. It's definitely a golden. It's got a nice tornado effect in the center with good effervescence there, and a nice white. I'd say not bone white, but a little off-white head. Sudsy, really sudsy and soapy looking. Smells like a Belgian. And so I've never had a Belgian style with a blue cheese, and this is the Lighthouse Simple Artisan Blue Cheese Crumbles. I just went ahead and got crumbles again. You can kind of see them through there. Here. There you go. Big old chunks, little chunks, big chunks. Perfect for a Cobb salad or some other kinds of things. But yeah, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, that smells really good. The lady at the store was all, "Hey, that's a good one." I'm like, "All right, let's get it." So if I can figure out where to put my cheese, that's it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start up the reviews. Back with Bumpy. Cheers. German pills and sharp cheddar. Nice. Nice, Brewery. How's that taste? That sounds like it goes really well. I love sharp cheddar. Oh, Bumpy, you're muted. Shit.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry about that. Yeah, I muted myself, so when I was trying to cut the cheese, I didn't interrupt you. So anyways, yeah, I got the cheese out of the package. I think I have had this one before because I remember like that. It looks like a slice of bread, like a thick slice of bread. I have one that I didn't have. I didn't leave any of the outside rind on, and then I do have the other ones that have smoke rind on the outside there. But we'll get back to the cheese. Want to get into this beer first. So yeah, the head died down on it. Some aromas. It's very bready, rich brown bread. I say caramel to molasses. Yep, just smells really rich and bready. All right, cheers.
All right, cheers.
It's got like a medium heft to the body. Yeah, extremely, brown bread crust. It does have kind of almost like a copper type flavor in there, though.
Interesting.
I'd say it's coming from the hops. There's like a bitterness, but it's kind of coming off like a copper penny or something. I'd say earthy toned, or it's just kind of bitter, bitter and copper, maybe a little earthy tone. But yeah, it's not as like bready sweet on the palate. Like in the aromas, it smelled like it was just more of a sweet breadiness. But yeah, kind of a heftier body than I was expecting out of a 4.7. Carbonation is moderate. It does have some spritz. A little bit smooth on the palate, but very, very drying as well. And yeah, let's get to the cheese. Even the centerpiece here has a little bit of smoky smell. It's definitely a very flexy cheese. It's mozzarella. Doesn't break.
Jeez.
Yeah.
God.
Take a bite of that centerpiece.
Jeezers.
It's kind of bland. It's mozzarella. It's just buttery, a little salty. Not a lot of smoke on that bit. Try some that actually has some more of the rindy bits. Yeah, a little bit more smoke to it. It has that kind of tinny kind of smoke, almost like a bad smoke or something on it. It does linger. So I got copper type flavors out of the bitterness of the beer and tinniness out of it's a metal night, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat one that has a lot more and then drink some of this beer to see how that smoke and everything goes.
All right. Cheesers
The
again.
cheesers. It's very, very chewy rind. Yeah. It's kind of bready and coppery, bitter, and smokiness. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna drink some beer, then eat another bit of cheese. Do one that has a little bit less smoke.
All right.
All right.
Beers a cheza. Please be delicious.
Yeah. This is a very boring cheese.
I'm glad you said that because it's like $10. I was looking at it for a while.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it's all right. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have.
That's all you got, okay? Yeah. All right, dude. All right, here, I'll bring me up. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, so, I was just like, I was looking at stuff, and I went to kegerator.com, and they were talking about like off flavors with metallic and that penny, saying like a lot of it has to do with like the machinery or like caused by contact with metal materials during the brewing process, which lead metallic ions and or lipid oxidation. Another possible contributor is brewing with water containing high levels of metallic ions. So I don't know how. Yeah, that's crazy. So treat your water well. Cool. Let's get into this. So we got the Prankster, a Belgian blonde, a Belgian golden ale blonde, you can call it, I guess. There you go, from North Coast. So those guys also put off the a lot of other. There's some beers that I know you know about, Bumpy, and I know others do. That you probably had some of. You've had North Coast, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've had North Coast, yeah. Okay. They got the Red Sea.
3 beers from them.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so this is their Belgian. Let's look at it. So the head already went down. It's a 7.6. Where are you? Yeah, 7.6%. So it's not super strong. By BJCP, they would call this an imperial, but we beg to differ, don't we? But it's a nice hazy looking beer. It's golden for sure. It's almost pushing a little light orange coloration or a deep dark honey. It's got that white head. It had when I poured it, it had that tornado kind of look in the swirl of the carbonation, but that all kind of died down. Head died down. Not really good retention at all on this beer. But yeah, let's nose it.
Nosers.
I get like a sweet honey, like a sweet honey bread with that Belgian with the Belgian Brettanomyces kind of Belgian wild kind of smell. Belgian yeast, let's just call it that. Yeah, it's got that funky thing, but it also brings out a lot of like the sweet and the honeyness of the malts, the breadiness of the malts, possibly perhaps like a little bit of there might even be some sugar in this. They might have put sugar or something like that. I don't know. You wouldn't be able to taste that. It would just ferment out, but you do get a sweetness to it. Yeah. Trying to think of anything else I can get in this, but definitely a honey, and then that wild yeastiness. No pennies, thank God, no copper. Yeah, no fruit though. Is there any fruit? Maybe apple. There might be a little apple in this. All right, cheers. I'm digging into this.
Cheers.
That's really good. Yeah, that tastes like red apple. Big time red apple. Wow. And that red apple works really well with the yeast, with the Belgian yeast. It doesn't even taste wild. It smells more wild than it tastes. Not wild, but just that funky. Belgians like it funky. But and it does have like a sweetness in the front with that red apple kind of flavor. It's almost like a sweet apple. It's real sweet. Body is a medium body. Mouthfeel, it's really soft. It's not super carbonated as it looked in the beginning. It's actually kind of like almost tastes like a cask ale. It's like got a real soft kind of no carbonation-y kind of thing. Maybe a little bit of zing. Excuse me. Red apple though is the big one with honey. Just put honey on a red apple, and that's what you got here. With a little bit of like tweaked Belgian yeasty kind of funky shit. Scratch him, holy shit, man! I haven't seen you in a while. Bo, cheers, dude. Good to see you. Yeah, that's really soft and it's dry in the finish. It does have that dryness, almost like a champagne dry, but you got a really nice. You still have a nice medium body, kind of a richness to the body. It's really good. This is a little warmer than I would have wanted it. I don't know why. It was cold at first. It got warm really quick. Yeah, it's really dry though. Dry and slightly bitter in the finish, but very dry in the finish. Possibly sugar added to this in the boil, but very good. Very good. All right. Goddamn, that's good. So the cheese I have is the blue cheese crumbles. And let's go ahead and smell this stuff. Let me get that out of here. So that looks like a poo-poo, like a caca, like a white caca. And it smells like caca. No, it doesn't. It has that very, very, very nice medical Band-Aid-y kind of smell to it, which is typical. It's got your typical blue cheese smells, really moldy Band-Aids with the saltiness. There is a saltiness kind of permeating through my nose. And then that veininess, that veiny kind of blue cheesy, funky smell. Smells really good. Now let's I don't need to show you anymore. It's just really crumbly, obviously. It's in crumbles. Let's eat it. Cheezers.
Cheezers.
Got a little crunch to it. Slightly little crunchies. Salt crunches. It's very salty. Very, very, very salty. Something tells me I'm going to really like this with this beer. It's salty. It's creamy. It's got like a little tart sweetness to it as well. Maybe a little nuttiness to it. And then you got that Band-Aidy kind of medical weird shit with blue cheese. I want to try some with more blue. Mold. I was trying to say that word mold. Why couldn't I think of it? Yeah, that's good. It melts in your mouth like butter. It's like butter on your mouth. It's like a M&M in your hand. It just like kind of and turns into liquid. It's really nice. It's easy to chew. Goes down nice and smooth. It's fun to eat on its own even, but I would love to have this in a salad or something like that, or even on like a I don't know, like a burger with like bacon and some other shit. Cool. I'm not trying to rush, but I don't have any more to say about it. So let's go ahead and do let's do a big piece. We'll do cheese before beer.
Beers.
Speaking of honey, as far as I know, the only honey malt comes from Gambrinus Malting in BC, Canada. The more you know. Thank you, Paul. I need to use honey malt sometime. Oh, it's so salty. Okay, so the cheese kind of takes away a lot of the honey and leaves you with a little bit of sweetness, but also takes away the apple. I might actually like this better with beer before cheese. It seems like the beer is actually overwhelming the cheese, which is weird because the cheese is pretty overwhelming in its own. Two overwhelming things together. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It like washes away the cheese. You don't really get that funk, but it's still there's still that funky from the cheese, that Band-Aidy kind of thing, kind of sitting around the back of my. It's like buttery and doesn't want to go away on the side of my tongue. Let me see. All right, let's get that out of my mouth. It just took away. It left the salty, and slight Band-Aid in the mouth. Let's do beer before cheese.
Beer for cheese.
Well, that way the cheese is totally overwhelming the beer. So in a way, two overwhelming things don't work. Even though it doesn't taste bad together, well, I can't really taste it. That's the crazy thing. Like I taste one or the other. It doesn't really. They're kind of battling each other on who's funkier. You know. Yeah, apple definitely not a. I don't know. I don't know if it's apple from acetaldehyde. It doesn't taste like chemical or anything like that. It doesn't taste like varnish or it's not like crazy like that. It's more of it's just a sweet apple flavor, and it works really well with the Belgian yeast. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind. Apple's good, Paul. Hell yeah. Okay, so I think I like the cheese before beer better on this, but it's still not the greatest. Even though they're both good, it's not the greatest pairing. So lesson learned. It wasn't that expensive for the cheese. It was like $5. So I'll use it again on some food. And the beer was worth it, everything. So I'll have my last thoughts. If Bumpy's ready, we'll go ahead and bring him up and get his last thoughts. Let's start it. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this cheese. Pretty sure I had it before. I should have known from the first time, but it's not like I can remember everything. I'd say that it's edible. It's probably not meant to just eat like this. I'm sure it's meant to be melted on things, because that's what mozzarella is good for, melting on things like pizza. Or maybe if you wanted to make like I don't know, those little things like tomato, the mozzarella, and then the basil leaf drizzled with a balsamic glaze. That might be interesting because it would add a tiny bit of a smoke character to it. So I think the cheese is probably decent in its own right, but eating it as is, like, just it's edible. It's not anything exciting. It's very dull, buttery, slightly salty, and the smoke character of it just comes off a little bit harsh, a little bit wrong, kind of tinny like. The beer, it's okay. I'd land this in just the good category. Maybe not quite my style of beer altogether, being a Scottish ale. Because like I'm not a big fan of like Dunkels and stuff either. It's kind of like there's like a lot of similarities. Maybe a little bit less roasty than a Dunkel would be, but yeah, I'd say it's good. And the pairing overall, you got something that's just a good beer, and then mixing it with just an edible cheese. They didn't really do all that much, to change anything. I mean, the eating the cheese first at least got a little bit of that tinny smokiness that was left behind, and then drinking the beer, it kind of blended in with the malt factor and the bitterness of the beer. So I guess eating the cheese first works better in this scenario, because eating the cheese afterwards, there's just I couldn't taste anything really of the cheese. Yeah. So overall, not a great pairing night, but it's gonna happen once in a while.
Sure does.
Especially if you're trying different beers and different cheeses.
Mixing it, yeah. Not even thinking, just doing it.
Yeah.
Find something. Oh, this will go with that. Oh no, no, it won't. But yeah, maybe. I thought yours was a Gouda. I'm sorry. I saw the same company, but it was a Gouda that was smoked.
Yeah, no, their Gouda's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're not my favorite when it comes to smoked items, but I was like, oh, the mozzarella.
Yeah. All right.
But, yeah.
Nice, dude. Well, thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, dude. Sorry that didn't work out. Maybe next time.
It happens.
Mine's not so good either. Cheers, Bill. Cheers, Bill. We got a newish import cheese shop that recently opened. Sadly, I won't be frequenting such often. I'm not rich like you guys. I'm not rich. You kidding me? But yeah, cool. Yeah, so like kind of the same world as Bumpy. My beer was a little better as far as as far as him having a good one, and mine. Yeah, I would probably definitely say this is more of a very good to excellent kind of midway. Maybe like a probably go like a 89 or so, 90 out of 100, 89, maybe 87ish. Not bad. I liked it. It just was a little too soft. I've had more carbonated ones, and it was a little warm too. So that was probably my fault. I don't. It's my fault, obviously, but carbonation though was a little low for me. I would have wanted it a little more poppier, maybe a little more champagne-y. But it did have great body, had great flavor, and I don't know what the date was on it, but a great price, $3.50 for the bottle, 12 ounce, and it tasted very good. So there you go. Um, the cheese, the blue cheese and crumbles really was quite tasty. I like blue cheese quite a bit, and I love the veinier, the better for me. I really like that medicinal kind of thing, that medicinal fungusy um, rot taste. I don't know. There's some. It's just like a. It's a. It's a. I don't know about rot, but um, it's just good. I like it, and this was good. Salty, soft, melted in my mouth. Had some crunch, some flavor crystals, salty crystals in it. Um, very good. Be very good in like a Cobb salad or on a burger or something like that. Definitely give this like a 90, 93 out of 100 on the cheese. The pairing either way wasn't at all good. It just didn't work. One overtook the other, and which is fine because I liked both of them. So the beer was good, the cheese was good. It just didn't mix because they were trying to conquer each other. So as far as a pairing goes, that's probably not the thing to try if you're ever going to want to do that. So um, Steven likes that toe jam funky cheese. I do, dude. I do. Yeah, so no go on that. But there you go. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do our shouts and let it all out. Shout, let it all out. Here we go. Bumpy, first guy on the panel and the only guy. I'm a girl.
Yeah. Geez, I don't know. Check out. So you guys are checking out Josh Last Beer. Doesn't go live like all the time. He used to have like a scheduled show. He doesn't really do that all that often now, but you'll catch him once in a while. Maybe even just putting out a beer review. So that's my shout out for another channel. And on my channel, I got the beer reviews, frozen pizza reviews. Sometimes maybe I'll cook something, but it's mostly just the beer and frozen pizza, especially for now. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing,
Nice.
I don't know why you wouldn't be.
Yeah. I'm
like drained. I'm exhausted.
It's all right, dude. I'm kind of tired too, but yeah, it's my Friday though. Thank God.
It's all like the congestion I've had the past 3 months.
That's cool. All right, Bumpy. Thank you, sir, kind sir. All right.
Thanks, ma'am.
Steven's turn. Mrs. Marshall. Yeah. So I'm gonna shout out the Bill Hound Show. He's in our chat right now. Cheers, dude. Been doing a lot of cooking stuff and showing ways to hold on to food and preserve your keep your money in your pocket. And I think that's kind of cool. And he's been on his road to recovery and staying strong. And I'm proud of him. And I want to shout him out for that very reason. So keep it up, dude. You're doing well. You're a good friend to all of us. So we respect you. Paul, how's it going, dude? Cheers, bro. All right. Yeah. So that's that. My shows, of course, this one. So we got next We have one, two, three. The next one is going to be an open alcohol. So any alcohol with cheese next week on the 6th. And then tomorrow's show, that's at 8 o'clock Eastern. And anyone is invited to show up. So please come if you have those components and want to be on the show. I'll send you the link in the chat, whatever I got to do. Wednesday, tomorrow, is our All Spun Out show at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. And it's a fun show, man. So stop on by and watch our ABV game and our reviews. And we'll show the label afterwards, which is kind of fun. We get to finally see what they were drinking. You pour it off to the side, and nobody gets to know what you poured, and it's kind of fun. So, and you win a prize at the end of the month if you win overall for the month on the guessing game. And Sammy was the last to win that, so I gotta figure that out with Sammy out in Australia. Short and stout beer reviews. So yeah, come on by tomorrow. And I had a couple beer reviews go up finally. Today I think I shouldn't have monetized my review because I got no views. People don't like ads. So next time I won't monetize. But that's up, and that's from Wren House out of Phoenix, Arizona. They're Squatchy Brew Dude. Not shouting out everyone tonight. Squatchy Brew Dude has been there on video and stuff too. It's like close to his house down in Arizona. But what else is there? I'm gonna try and bang out a vanilla oatmeal American stout for my wife before I go September to Boston area, and hopefully I can get something done. And so look out for that live beer brew day. This beer here is still going strong. Well, it's starting to flocculate, but that's the West Coast IPA that I made. So forgot the name of it already. Anyway, Cosmic Debris. There you go. It's a 7% Westie. So yeah, can't wait to review that too. And I'm going to send that out to you guys along with the Meriton that I made and a few other locals, just so everyone has some stuff from my side of the world. But that's all I got to say. So open one next Tuesday. Let's remember that. Any alcohol. Cool. Wide open. All right. So I want to say thank you, first of all, to the chat. You guys rock. Thank you so much for being here. Wait, what's the impressive how you inhaled that steak last night? You took down a big steak, eh? Can't wait to see footage from Steven's trip. I know, dude. I'm going to be taking a lot of video on that. Lots of video. It's going to be a long editing day for me, for a lot of us. Yeah, so thank you. And thanks, Bumpy, man. Cheers, dude. Let me get me off of here. Yeah, cheers, Bumpy. Appreciate you, man. I know you're tired and all that shit. So get some sleep. Or drink more. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't have Alex to get us out of here. So you guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world, but not after one more sip. If you got
another
it.
One. Okay. Cheers.
Yeah, take another one. Now it's really warm. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. All right.